Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Abundance Tree Podcast. I'm your host, Janice Luke, and I'm here with my lovely co-host,
April Capri.
April Caprice, in the building, y'all. How you doing?
Doing good, trying to stay cool out here in these Atlanta streets. It's hot.
Girl, these Texas streets are smoldering over here, too. My arm keeps disappearing from this background, though. I'm in and out, my arm.
Pieces of me are coming and going in real life and the zone. So, but it's great
It's,
to see you. You're
it's good
looking
to
good as always.
Oh, girl, thank you. You look good too. So it's good to see you as well. As always, we have fun and be silly, but it's all good. We're having a great time. So
Yeah.
we're up to this is episode 51, and we have another new guest. Not a new guest. I'm sorry, a returning guest. We
Return
have a
again.
Yes, we have a returning guest again, coming back from episode 17. So it was Sally Gimon, and so y'all need to go back to episode 17 and get updated on who she was and what she's all about, because she's coming tonight with some updates. So
Yes,
awesome.
I do recall she has some really great information, but I'll let her tell you guys what she was doing.
All
And
right.
yeah, let's bring out Sally. She dove headfirst into the world of real estate investing. Now she is an active voice within her real estate
you're getting
community.
paid
And to
1099 income. You can save so much money doing this. I talked to a small group. There were only about 20 people there, but the insurance agents who are making really good money, they're going to save probably about $12,000 to $13,000 the first year. Then the second year they'll save that money. The third year, the fourth year, the fifth year, and it just saves so much money. And she's missed something. If they don't get to the paperwork in 6 weeks and say, you missed something, they're going to charge you $500 a day, including Saturday and Sunday. So think of that, 6 weeks times $780. How to pay down your mortgage in 3 to 5 years, or pay off your car in 2 to 3 years. Albert Einstein says compounded interest rate is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who know it make it. Those who don't pay it. If you want to become a real estate investor, I invite you to join my real estate group.
Here we go. We're talking to Sally Gimon.
Sally Gimon.
Hey, Sally.
Hey, Sally.
How are you?
Nice to see you again.
Good to
Great
see you too.
again, too.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. So we were telling our viewers before you came back up that you were episode 17, and now coming up, this is going to be episode 51. So you see how far we've been. It's been a few months. So
that's amazing. You guys have put so many out already. Congratulations.
Thank you. We appreciate it. So we want to hear with some updates with you. What's going on? What's happening this last few months?
One of my biggest updates is have you either one of you have ever heard of Six Sigma? It's been a company for 40 years that helped people get things in line.
I have not heard of them.
No.
Well, they just launched a brand new platform and to fight against Kajabi and School and other platforms. So I put my course up there. So it's just my name, www.sallygimon.com. It has a presentation, it has 3 articles from Forbes magazine, 2 pages of case law, and then it also shows there's 4 ways to file your taxes: single, head of household, married jointly, married separately. Unfortunately, single is the most expensive way to file. So it shows how much you would save in all 50 states. For 7 states don't have state income taxes, but again, if all 50 states. So if you're making at least $80,000, you know how much you'll save. And if you're making more than $80,000, you just would figure out you'll save so much more in taxes. And that's improved my sales exponentially right now. It's been up there for 6 weeks.
Wow, that's awesome.
That
So you said
awesome.
Go ahead, April.
Oh no, go ahead, Janice. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that the platform you said, what's the platform called again? So we can.
It's called The Great Discovery.
That's the actual platform that your website is hosted on, like
correct,
comparable
correct.
to School, Kajabi, and
it's cheaper than School and Kajabi. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to have my course, because I speak English, I'm going to have it translated into Mandarin Chinese and also to Spanish. And it's an amazing course. And the reason for it, the engineers behind Six Sigma didn't like the other databases out there, so they decided to do their own database. And I have that, and then I also have my www.learn with Sally Marie, where you have the giving tree and how to pay down, make money, 5 steps to get out of debt. That's also up on there as a free course for people.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's free courses.
Exactly.
Awesome. And I wanted to take it back. Like, can you just give like a refresh of what are your areas of expertise? Like, what do you do? What do you teach? I know it's taxes, trust, but I'll
Taxes.
let you explain it for the people that didn't catch episode 17.
I appreciate that, April. I
Yes.
am a real estate investor. In 2019, still working full-time as a Medicare broker, I wholesaled 7 properties nationwide. Woohoo! Sally was paid off $184,000 in debt. I was a rock star. Then my CPA calls me in April 2000 saying he needed a meeting. Unfortunately, my tax rate, there's 7 different layers of tax rates from 10% to 37%, 7 different layers. My personal tax rate went from 22% up to 24%. I had saved money for capital gains, but I had $50,000 saved, but I owed the federal government $79,000 in capital gains because I went from 22% to 24%. I made an appointment with him. He had it all set up that I was going to pay monthly with him, to pay the IRS monthly to pay off my taxes and everything else. Complete shock. I never knew I owed that much. My solution was to take out a HELOC on my recently paid off house. Defeats the whole purpose of being debt free, taking out a HELOC. But I paid off my bill to the IRS. It's the middle of COVID, April 2000. I'm still working full-time as a Medicare broker, but I'm at home. So I'm saving an hour commute to work and an hour back, which an extra 2 hours a day, wonderful time. So I started researching it. I had read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. And I spent 5 months researching this. In September of 2000, I started my business trust and my beneficial trust. And I started teaching a first female mastermind in my real estate group, teaching real estate investors how to save taxes. So just to give you a quick rundown, the business trust is for U.S. business owners, entrepreneurs, and 1099 income earners. They will save at least 90% on their federal taxes every year. And in 43 states, no longer pay state income taxes. Again, if you go out to my course at sallygimon.com, even in Texas, South Dakota, Tennessee, Nevada, and Florida that don't have state income taxes, you're still going to save 4 figures in taxes every single year. This is your money. Pay off your mortgage, buy a new car, take your family on vacation, give to charity. It's an amazing thing. I'm helping brick and mortar businesses, online businesses, a dentist, a chiropractor, anyone who's making good money to save money in taxes. The beneficial trust is for any and all investors. I don't care. You're going to say the following 5 taxes: capital gains on any profits, short-term and long-term; interest income if you're a passive investor in a mutual fund, creative financing, seller financing; dividend income in case you're in the stock market doing options trading, futures trading, commodities; rental income if you're a real estate investor. Yes, you can take depreciation and cost averaging, but 4 ways to trust saves you money. Taxes keeps your information completely private. Your LLC does not do that. All judgments become frivolous and go away, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. You don't have to do the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act. And then the 5th tax the beneficial trust saves is royalty taxes. So if you're an author, an actor, an actress, NFT world, my clients are saving thousands of dollars, and they can spend this money any which way they like. It's their money.
Wow, that's so awesome. I love that they're able to save all those taxes. I remember from last time that when you put your LLC in, your LLC is when it goes into the trust, does it dissolve? Do I
Unfortunately, the
remember?
LLC, because that's statutory law, it's
Uh-huh.
different in every state. We highly suggest, we're not the LLC police, but we highly suggest dissolve your LLCs because that keeps you open to lawsuits. What we want you to do is put all your assets into the trust, so it's a titanium vault, and then nobody can get to them. If you don't mind, if I tell you a true story, last summer, one of my clients who has 100 doors in Chicago, very, very well-to-do real estate investor, I have never seen his RV. I can tell you it's probably a $250,000 RV, one of those really expensive ones. He couldn't slow down for the traffic in front of him. Unfortunately, he hit the car in front of him that pushed that car to the car in front of her. So one car got squished.
Oh, no.
The insurance card had the trust names on it. His Illinois driver's license had Patrick's name on it. 6 weeks after the accident, he gets a lawsuit from the woman who got squished, saying for pain and suffering, she was going to sue him for $500,000. All he had to do was send the first page of the trust to her attorney and said, I have no money. And that lawsuit went away. The trust fixed her car. The trust gave her a rental car, took care of everything, but she couldn't get any more. She couldn't get a lawsuit out of him, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. Yeah. So, you can still run your business from your trust, right? I mean, but you're still you're
Exactly.
private. Okay. That's what I was kind of wondering about.
If you have an LLC and you'll get a new EIN or employee identification number, I'll get a letter to go to the bank to open that up, and you'll just start having your payables and your going into the new bank account and your receivables coming out of that new bank account. And then you will file a 1041 tax return. We will do the first 1041 tax return, introduce you to a CPA who knows how to do it. We pay for your first 1041 tax return, and then it's your decision if you continue to work with them next year, if you go back to your own CPA, and the money you save, you do whatever you want with that.
Dude, that's so powerful. I love it. I've been wanting to I was researching a little bit about trust and everything. I've been wanting to do it, but I'm not able to at this time, but I'm headed that direction, I think. So,
But you have the information. That's the
oh yeah,
that's what my goal is, because I'm not making fun of other people out there, but so many people know about the family trust. My mom and dad have the family trust. Susie Orman talks about the family trust. There's nothing wrong with the family trust. It just avoids probate when someone dies, and then it dissolves and goes away. That what I'm talking about is what the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, U.S. presidents, what they have to save taxes today, next generation, and generation afterwards. I mean, the Rockefellers' office, their trust of the office has been around for 7 generations. I mean, it's super powerful.
Yeah. So what are some new things that you've been working on with all that good information? Because it is overwhelming. It's a lot of information.
It's very one of my new things. I'm working with 3 different insurance brokers who are working with. So if you have an IRA at work and you retire, if it's a Roth IRA, we don't touch it. Roth IRAs already tax dollars. You don't have to worry about it. If it's traditional money, what we're doing is we're setting up the trust and then having the money moved into the new bank account. They can grow that as much as they want. They can put it into an annuity. They can put it into real estate, whatever they want, and they'll never have to pay taxes on their money ever again. I mean, we just helped a gentleman at Sun Technologies move over 4 million shares of Sun Technologies. I don't know how much he paid. He was going to have to pay in dividend income taxes on that. We were able to save him dividend income taxes with the beneficial trust. I mean, my clients are saving thousands of dollars. I love what I do.
Very cool.
so that is cool because it's very powerful because you just want to be protected, and even though they tell you that, like the first thing that I've heard when I opened up my LLC was that it is protecting you and your assets, that your LLC does that, but according to what you're saying, it's really not protected. And plus, with this new Corporate Transparency Act, of course, we have to report all that, all our information anyway. So this is
Correct.
truly
And
private. So go ahead. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I shut down 6 LLCs. I had the same information you did, but an LLC is just doing business in a different name. And so, you can go online to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission and research all LLCs to find out who, your name, your address, your phone number. And there's a reason why 40% of all LLCs get sued every year is because people can find them. And, all of us are being told this information. And I'm not saying it's disinformation. It's just people don't know about, the Spendthrift Trust. There are 1 million attorneys in the United States, and only 4% of them are trust attorneys. And the super rich get the right information. Regular business people don't get the right information. If you don't mind my sharing, a husband and wife who have a mechanic shop in New Jersey, they're going to save $36,469 in federal and state income taxes every year. He's 46, she's 44. They have 3 grown children. They want nothing to do with the mom and dad's mechanic shop. They're turning away business because they're so busy. What he's doing is going to the local high school and offering kids who don't want to go to junior college or college a chance to learn a trade, because he's going to train them how to work in the, as an auto mechanic, and then bring in more business and save more money. Another client, just to let you know, she has her own salon in Los Angeles and runs hair school. We're saving her over $401,000 a year. What she's doing is she's getting girls who didn't graduate from high school, who were gangs, getting them into this the hair school to teach them how to become hairdressers, so they have a skill. Another company, a home inspection company in Ohio, they're going to save $73,255 every single year. This is life-changing. That's 6 figures for people. That, amazing stuff.
It is. That's someone's salary. I mean, that's the 9 to 5. That could be your salary, that's your whole salary that you're saving there. Or so.
Unfortunately, I can't work with W-2 income earners.
Mhm.
But I didn't tell you this. I'm going to be working with 4 other people who we all do different things. So what we're going to start doing is lunch and learns for small businesses. Maybe if they've got 10 or more employees, they can save them health insurance and give each employee an extra $1,500. One gentleman runs. Another one helps the employees learn how to financial literacy. I help the business owner save taxes. We haven't set anything up yet, but we're putting this all together in the last 2 weeks, so it should be a fantastic thing.
Very nice.
That is nice. Is your lunch and learn going to be online, or is it going to be in person?
We're all over the country. One's in Oregon, one's in Los Angeles, one's in Texas. I'm here just outside Charlotte, North Carolina. So we don't know if we're going to try to get like a business owner, get some Costco pizzas and have everybody get off, take an hour off, and we would just do a Zoom in a conference room, or how we would do it. But I do Monday night, every Monday night, 8 p.m. East Coast time, I do my live question and answer in the Spendthrift Trust, because so many people have questions. Sometimes I have 15 people on Monday night. Sometimes I have 1 person there. But just so people have never heard of this and they think it's too good to be true, but it's true. It's an IRS tax code 643B, and it's been in front of the United States Supreme Court on 2 separate occasions, and both times the Supreme Court has favored it. I mean, you can't get more legal than this.
No, it's definitely about knowing which boxes to check in these forms and which boxes not to check, and they can be very costly.
Exactly.
Filing business for the first time, business taxes for the first time, I was like, wow, if there's just an endless amount of deductions and stuff, if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. If you don't,
Exactly.
So definitely a way to do everything when it comes to taxes.
And it's information that's not taught in school. I mean,
Exactly.
I used an article, and I spent 5 months researching this because I was embarrassed. People in my real estate group thought I was this rock star. They're like, oh boy, I have to pay so much in capital gains. I don't want anyone to know. The more I talk to real estate investors, the more I find out how many other investors out there are embarrassed about too, or they're not paying their taxes because they don't have the money. I mean, that's a scary scenario.
Yes.
Yes, because they're coming to come after you, right?
They will. Ask me how I know. They will.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is
It's not
scary.
fun.
But that's one of the things that's been on the back of my mind. I'm not gonna lie, full transparency. I'm growing. I can speak, with my business, still growing, so that's one thing that my goal is to do the trust, that, the Spendthrift, and not just the probate like you described earlier, because I do want to be protected and have the businesses be protected. And
Yeah.
so
Have be protected and then leave a legacy for the future generations. I mean,
right.
Yes, it costs some money, but just my first house in my beneficial Spendthrift Trust, I saved $10,368 on my first house in the trust, at more than half of the trust. I just did a tax lien. I bought a tax lien for $12,750 here in North Carolina. I'm doing seller financing on it. The person put $20,000 down. They can't they can't get that money back. They're paying $1,500 a month. And in 2 years, so in May of 2025, they either have to get their own bank loan, or they put another $20,000 down, keep paying $1,500 a month, or they move out. Because I have the Spendthrift Trust, I'm going to save $40,140 in interest income taxes on that one house. I mean, the money just I keep saving more and more money the more real estate I do.
Wonderful. And also, can't you like, if it's a trust, you can put instructions for your generations to come, like
Yes,
they can't, your heirs or your grandchildren or grandchildren, children all down the line, they have different milestones, like when they turn 18, graduation, then they can get a new car. Or you could put like different stipulations in it, right? Is that true?
exactly. Whoever's a trustee or trustees can make the rules, even from the grave. And there's no contesting this, no contesting the will in court, like that can happen with the family trust. It's, not that I would do this. I have 9 nieces and nephews, and I could say, hey, this one nephew gets 70% of all my, everything I have, and everybody else gets 10%. But I'm not that mean of an aunt. I love each of them equally.
Right. That's awesome.
Very
So,
good.
so I'm kind of intrigued about this new platform you mentioned earlier that is giving like school and the other Kajabi, some of the well-known platforms that run for their money. And so this is something that's new. I had really never heard of it.
Exactly.
Is it a company? The company's name again? I'm trying to remember, but
It's Six Sigma. My brother's a Six
Six
Sigma
Sigma.
engineer that he works with companies setting up how to make things work better. So for 40 years, Six Sigma has been around. They want to put their course up they were looking at where to put their course on what platform. I'm just naming 2, Kajabi, School. I don't know any other platforms. One of my coaches, he said, hey, I don't remember exactly how much I paid to be unlimited, to put unlimited courses, but it's under $700, and they will translate my course. If it's under a half an hour, I can get translated into 2 different languages. So the 2 languages I chose, Mandarin Chinese, because I've got quite a few clients who are Chinese, and Spanish. I mean, I speak Spanish, but poorly. I can't talk about taxes in Spanish. So, and it's an amazing to see how they make your lips move as you're speaking the language. And it's called The Great Discovery. If you go out to www.sallygimon.com, you're going to get to the Save U.S. Taxes Legally. If you put in the research my name, Sally Gimon, you'll find the other course about the Circle of Wealth in 5 Simple Steps. And there's 3 ways that you can either be just a learner, you could be an affiliate, and you're an affiliate for life, or you can be a course creator. So just to give you an idea, if you decide to be an affiliate and you recruit people, they're your affiliate for life. So if someone becomes an affiliate and recruits 150 people, and somebody 2 years from now purchases a $5,000 course on the platform, you get paid for that. And I'm like, okay, I put it out on all my videos now. I'm like, hey, forget about going to my website, go to my free course because it's easier.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
congratulations.
thank you.
It's a great way to get the information out, and especially for free, so that people can have access, like I said, to learn about different ways of protection, business protection, tax protection, real estate. It's definitely a big deal. I think now more than ever, these days, it's been a lot of new laws and stuff with the student loans, and just a lot of
Student
things have been
loans.
going crazy.
This is a true thing. In 2021, there were 2 humongous bills that went through Congress that got passed.
Mhm.
One of the bills says if you're making more than $300,000, your capital gains are going to be 40% of your total. So you make $100,000, you're only going to keep $60,000 of that, because $40,000 is going to have to go to the federal government. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but it's a passed law. That's crazy. And some of these people who have crypto, maybe you bought your crypto, like dodgy coins, or what's the one that everyone's talking about, Ethereum, for 100 coins for $2, and now they're worth so much more. You could get a huge tax bill you never knew about.
I hope y'all are paying attention. That's all I can say. I hope y'all are paying attention because I think I'm paying attention. I just need to go down the road a little longer, you know.
Yeah.
Correct. And honestly, what you're doing, you're getting the right information. You're figuring out when you'll need it. One of my clients, she's an Etsy seller who does earrings. She's only going to she's going to save $17,338 for the month of for all of 2024. That's what we figured out for her. She's 23 years old. Her Etsy store is growing every single month, and what if she keeps doing her Etsy store and keeps growing for the next 10 years, or it doesn't grow for the next 10 years? She will save over $173,000. I mean, that's life-changing. That could be half a payment of a house for her, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Sure does. Wow. I'm just kind
But
of
yeah,
like,
it just the more I talk about it, I did a conference a month and a half ago down in Florida to Forex investors. I don't do Forex investing. When I was in graduate school, the guy who was supposed to be handling our foreign exchange on Friday went skiing, and we lost everything. So I'm gun shy, if that makes sense. But Forex investors get taxed twice: interest income and capital gains. Just from that one lecture there, I have quite a few people interested in the trust, because they're like, "What do you mean?" They didn't know how much they were paying in taxes. I mean, that's the scary thing about it. Death and taxes are a taboo subject, and people don't like to talk about it. But I have a solution that I want people to know.
Yeah, you're right about that. Nobody wants to talk about it or look at it. Or a
Exactly.
lot of people would say, "Oh, my accountant deals with that," and they have no idea. Like, what is your filing status? I don't know. My accountant deals with it. You know, it's kind of like a head in the sand kind of thing, I think. But it's that, and I don't think it's by choice. I think it's almost by force, because it's so complicated, and it's a
It's
little
complicated.
yeah, it's a little intimidating when you look at like that big encyclopedia of tax code and are supposed to be able to know like what applies to me. You know, it is, especially when you operate like multiple businesses or have children or have, you know, like all these, you know, it's different for real
Yes.
estate, and it's different for investing, and it's different for this. You know, you really have to put some time into it. And I think to really be,
And it depends how good your accountant is. I mean, if your accountant knows certain things but not other things, I mean,
right.
It's amazing. I'm not making fun of accountants. I'm dyslexic, so I'll never be an accountant. But what do they learn? What do they know about? And taxes tax codes are always changing. So that's you have to be on top of
that was
things.
my next thing. You have to be really careful who you find to play with these numbers for you, because everybody is not, you know, like you said about the lawyers, only 4% are really into trust. You know, everybody has their own niche. So I think that's really cool, yeah, that you offer the classes if people are interested.
But personally, I'm doing very well as a real estate investor, so I like what I do.
Okay.
But I want to make sure other people get the same leg up. I mean, when I was teaching in my mastermind in my real estate group, for real estate investors, there's 3 ways of save taxes: capital gains when you sell a property, interest income if you're doing something like seller financing, if you're doing creative financing. I personally have 12 notes where I'm the paper on the house, so people pay me their mortgage. I'm the Bank of Sally. And then rental income taxes. And one of the people in my real estate group goes, "Oh, I pay very little in taxes because I do cost segregation." I'm like, "Congratulations, that'll keep you going for 27 years. But what about the liability? Because I don't have to worry about liability." Well, one of his Airbnb guests tripped and fell walking out to the pool. This is in Phoenix. Tripped and fell in the pool, hit their head. They sued him for $500,000. He nearly lost all his real estate. I mean, that's a scary scenario.
that sure is. Wow. Hey, I remember when we had you back in episode 17. I remember being amazed and like dumbfounded and just doing. I'm feeling that again, Sally.
I'm so thankful that you're having me back, because the more
Wow.
I get to talk about this. I mean, people I don't know, and I think what the two of you have accomplished. How many episodes? 57 episodes now.
You're 51.
51.
51.
Yep.
Woohoo! You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
I see you. You come through on my YouTube, YouTube I don't know what you call it, but I can see when you're releasing new things, and I see you guys on TikTok all the time too.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
we've been going strong.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have to say, I see you too. I see you posted too, so I know that you're going strong too. And y'all need to get connected because I'm gonna stay connected with you, Sally. You're gonna see me down the road. I'll be ready one day. So
Please, if you have any questions, get on my calendar. I mean, my whole thing is educating people so they can make the right decision. So you're just the right person where maybe it's not right for you today, but 2 months down the line, 6 months down the line, hey, now I need to start thinking about this, or putting this into action. So
Right,
get the right information so you can make the right decision when it's right for you.
right.
absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got to get some assets first.
Well, you talked about several different businesses, so correct. One of the things I do when someone makes an appointment with me, I take them out to NerdWallet, which is a free site, and show them how to figure out taxes and like what's 1099 income, what's a W-2 income, and just so people can get an idea. And then as you said, people don't know where they stand. They either do TurboTax or they do a CPA and they just sign the paperwork. They don't read all the different deductions and everything that they've been given.
Right.
That's true. That's true. So thank you so much, Sally, for coming back on with your
Well,
updates.
thank you for having me again. I would love to come back again. I hope you guys have a beautiful summer then, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. I
Too.
hope it cools down soon.
Right? It's hot.
It was 101 degrees here just outside Charlotte today, so
Oh
it
my
was hot.
goodness. It was
Yeah.
98 here.
Yeah. I'm in good
Wow.
old Texas. It's smoldering over here too. So
Oh my goodness.
I hope y'all have a pool nearby.
right.
Yes, actually I do. I haven't got in it yet, but
Right.
yeah.
Oh, it's you need to.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta get in there.
I'm headed to the beach soon, so we'll see.
Oh, enjoy yourselves. I just went scuba diving last weekend, and uh, it was a shallow dive, but it was a wreck, and it was amazing. I need to scuba dive more often.
Awesome.
Oh
That's
wow. I'm gonna have to
amazing.
try that one day.
Right.
It's completely. I mean, if you like the beach, it's a whole different angle to go when you go scuba diving under the water and see. I don't know if you will enjoy this or not, but one of my friends hated. We were down in Antigua, and there's a wall of coral that's absolutely beautiful. And then you turn around, you're just a speck, and it's this whole blue ocean in front of you. And she freaked out completely. And I'm like, wow, it just makes you feel like you're a little peon in the universe. I love that feeling.
I
Oh
love
wow.
it. That's awesome.
Well, I'm
Okay,
glad you got to the beach and got to enjoy. And you
Right.
guys check out episode 17 for Sally's
Yes.
first episode. And where can people find you one more time?
My new class is at www.sallygimon.com. My last name is Gim as in Mary, O-N as in Nancy.com.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Y'all get
All right.
connected. Get connected.
That's
Thank you
always
again
thank
for
you
coming
guys
on
for
with us.
watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful time.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
back on, Sally.
Bye.
Bye.